talking with those kids. What did you learn from the Holly Holm fight? 5-round fight. Holm's camp is saying, you know, it exposed things in you. Okay, that's fine. What did you learn, though, about yourself in that 5-round fight with Holly Holm?
You know, that fight, I learned a lot of things. I think I learned a lot for the camp for the Holly, you know. I think, and the thing amazing, I have the opportunity to fight. She's the real fighter, you know. When I touch her, punch her, she know I punch really hard. But because she's have a lot of experience in the boxing, and then when I punch her, I see her face, she feel the punch. But she move around and coming back. This is couple fighters can have, because she have 13. I think I don't know how many boxing fight. She defend her title. I think it test 13 times. You know, I knew she have a lot of experience because this I really train really hard and, you know, prepare very good. And I'm happy I stay 5 rounds because I never have the opportunity to stay 5 rounds in one fight. I think I did it, but no 5 rounds. I was fighting 3 rounds. And I learned a lot. I think something you learn when you fight, you don't learn in the gym. You know, it's an experience. And that day, Jason Parillo told me, Cris, you can fight next week again. I said, no, I need a break. Because he want to continue fight, because he continue to give me more experience, more calm down, more learning, see everything. And you know, I learned a lot of like this, like to be a better fighter.
What about the event itself? Obviously, it was New Year's Eve. You were the headliner. It was the biggest event of your career. What did the event teach you?
You know, I was never thinking it's the big event. I was thinking I'm doing Inspire Holly Holm in my gym. I was put this in my mind. You know, I was not thinking I'm gonna be the headline, nothing. I just say when I go inside the bus, I say, man, I'm gonna go Inspire in the gym.
Does your career feel different now that you've headlined a big event like that? Do you feel more pride? Do you feel more responsibility?
I think like responsibility you always have, because it's like a job. You have to do your best, you know. And I just feel very blessed the opportunity UFC giving me now. You know, I feel like everything I paid before, maybe now it's something that, you know, very important, very precious for me. And I want to do the best I can for them be happy, my fans be happy, and then, you know, be the real champion.
All right, real quick, last question. Just talked about Kunitskaya. Real quickly. Is there any worry on your part, or maybe not worry, but is there any maybe light concern that having a late replacement like this, there's not a, you know, not a lot of time to prepare for, I guess? Is there, does that add any pressure on your end?
I think like this, I was training, you know, I think like I cannot getting better my game training just for the fight. Because like the 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the fight is lose weight, you study your opponent, and make the fight. And I always continue training. I train all the mixed martial arts different. Like I go jiu-jitsu, I go practice boxing. I do different sparring every time. This time I learning. You know, I don't learn it just before the fight. Before the fight, focus for the weight, focus on the plan, and if your, you know, conditional training is good. And I was no worry. I like everything I know now. I learned it in the camp. I feel like I'm not gonna learn anything more in 3 weeks before a fight, or 4 weeks before a fight. You know, I just have to focus on my fight, and then like respect my opponent, but do my best I can, and do what I'm learning. You know, the long time, and do like the experience. And I feel great. You know, I feel my cardio good. I feel my weight's great, and I feel really good. You know, something happened Saturday. You know, it's in God's hands. I cannot handle. I just have to do my best I can.
Thanks, Cris.
Thank you.
Cris, did somebody within your team advise you not to take this fight on a short notice, or was everybody on board?
No, my team's crazy. My team think I'm a superhero. They say, you need to set that fight. I said, no, I need a break, you know, and then, but because they know me, how much I train, you know, I was ready, but nobody said no. Everybody said, like, no, you have to fight, Cris, it's good for you. Holly Holm fight, it's great for you because you get to experience 5 rounds, and everybody agree.
Tell me, having this consistent exposure, how does that help your brand?
Our brand? Because, you know, I said, anytime, anywhere, you know, I'm ready for a fight. This is gonna show it is real, you know. They're like, okay, then call me, Cris, you can fight. I can fight, I'm here. And it's funny because Alan Gore is old school. He told me, Cris, if somebody lock your door now, and he say, man, I wanna kick your ass. And then you're gonna say, I need 10 weeks break, I need 10 weeks camp, I need to get all my sponsor, I need, you know, no, you're gonna do something, though, because you have to be ready all the time.
Tell me a little bit about your win streak. You haven't lost in a long time. What's been the key to your success over the years?
I think keep it humble and learning every day. You know, I keep training. When I start training, I always train a lot, and then I continue doing this. I continue training a lot all the time, and open for the learning.